our experienced instructors provide high-level training and skill development for aspiring first responders and for professional development for those who currently serve this great city of ours. We are privileged to have access to modern facilities and equipment that leave our trainees well prepared for employment and capable to maintain the safety and security of our families, our friends, and our neighbors. I want to begin by thanking and recognizing Lieutenant Jason Carpenter for his leadership of the Academy and to his team for their commitment of elevating the level of responders for the good of this community that we all call home. But what happens when one of those first responders who swiftly come to the aid of us in emergency situations without a second thought becomes one who needs first responders? Recently, this became a very real situation where two of our local firefighters, when they were assaulted by a patient who they were called to help. Fortunately, UF Health Jacksonville Security Officer Davay Kinsey was nearby and leapt into action that can be attributed with helping save one of those firefighters' lives. Moved by her response, Fire Chief Powers spoke with Dr. Charles Moreland, who serves as the City of Jacksonville's Director of Community Affairs and someone who is an alum of FSCJ and a great friend. He reached out to see how we could partner to celebrate Officer Kinsey's act of heroism. Dr. Moreland brought us all together to identify a way that we could appropriately thank Officer Kinsey, and what better way to do that than to help her achieve her own personal and professional goals. So, Officer Kinsey, in recognition of your quick response and bravery, we are honored to present to you the first ever President's Heroism Award, sponsored by our Power of Possible Scholarship Fund at FSCJ. As part of that recognition and award, through your support of the FSCJ Foundation, the award will cover 100% of her tuition, her books, and her fees as she enters our Fire Academy in January to work toward her lifelong goal of becoming a firefighter. She has certainly proven she has what it takes to excel in real-world emergency situations, and we know that with this training and instruction, she has a bright future ahead for her, and so does our community. So thank you, Officer Kinsey, and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to ask our Mayor, Lenny Curry, to share a few words. Mayor?
Thank you. Good morning. I want to thank Councilman Pittman, Hazuri, White, and Bowman all for being here today on this important day. And Davay, if you'll just kind of join me. Come stand with me, please. Come on. You're the one that should be on camera. So good morning. I want to thank our partners at FSCJ, University of Florida Health, and Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department for making this heartfelt announcement possible. Christmas is the season of giving. Thank you, Dr. Avendano, for hosting us and for the kind introduction. This announcement this morning, combined with the Christmas miracle our community experienced and witnessed last week, demonstrates the best of what this season is about. I remember vividly the night I got the news that two of our city's finest, Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Captain Norris and Engineer Harper, were attacked in the course of their duty this past October. As I said in the news conference that next day, it's outrageous that someone would attack those who willingly risk their lives for us on a day in and day out basis. But that night could have been much worse if not for the brave and decisive actions of Davay Kinsey, on duty as a security officer at University of Florida Health Jacksonville. Last week, I joined Fire Chief Powers, JFRD personnel, and family members of Jacksonville 22 fallen firefighters for a memorial service at Station 1. In his remarks, Chief Powers talked about what makes firefighters so admirable, how each chooses service over self and are willing to sacrifice all, even their lives, to help others. This is what makes the job of a firefighter, of a first responder, the noblest of professions. They truly are the best of us. We saw that same level of commitment and dedication demonstrated in the brave actions of Miss Kinsey on that fateful October night. She demonstrated that night true courage, decisive action, and dedication. And because of her action, she saved the life of one of our city's heroes, Captain Norris. Miss Kinsey, on behalf of our entire city, thank you for your actions that night. You are completely deserving of the awards you're receiving today, and it's my hope that when you complete your training here at the Fire Academy South, you'll join the 1,500 brave men and women of the greatest fire and rescue department in the country. Congratulations.
Don't go away. Come on back. Come on close. There you go. Good morning. My name is Leon Haley. I have the pleasure and honor of serving as the CEO of UF Health Jacksonville, as well as the Dean of the College of Medicine. Thank you, Mary Curry, City Council, President Avendano, and Chief Powers. It's always good to be with you and your team on this momentous day. To everyone here, thank you for letting UF Health take part in this incredibly worthwhile initiative to educate someone who has shown her dedication to our organization and to our community. Davay Kinsey has been providing security at UF Health Jacksonville on our campus for 12 years, which is why even though some people may have been surprised what happened in October, we were not. She has always shown to be a great leader and always goes the extra mile to help her colleagues and the public. Much of that inherent leadership is probably a result of her time in the United States Air Force, where she also served for 12 years. She was a military police officer, which made it natural for her to move into security once her time was through. Davay is an example of the positive impact that UF Health continues to have in our community. That night, she made a split-second decision to save someone's life. But every day, our physicians, our nurses, our caregivers, our support staff, 7,000 people make similar decisions. Maybe not quite as dramatic, but the positive impact they have on patients and their families is unmistakable. Our collaboration with the city, JFRD, other government agencies, and our healthcare partners throughout Northeast Florida change people's lives every day. Every one of us today should be very proud of that. And today's announcement shows our partnership with education can play a big role in educating future leaders of tomorrow. I believe Davay is a prime example. FSCJ is a huge asset to this community. Today is a perfect example of why. Teaming up with the city, the fire department, and UF Health to give someone who craves education an opportunity for a message that will resonate with us all. That message needs to be repeated over and over again. The opportunities that we provide as leaders of our organizations, as leaders within this community, can and do change lives. Davay, we are glad that you are part of UF Health. We are thrilled that you're able to partner with FSCJ, the city, and the fire department to help you become a leader in this community. I am tremendously proud on behalf of all of our employees. And now I turn the microphone over to Chief Powers.
Don't go far. Stay here too. So I kind of got asked to wrap this up and explain how this all came to be. First thing I want to do is thank our partners in this. And when I say partners, partnership is extremely important. We partner with FSCJ, as you can see back here, on a daily basis, training future first responders. The mayor's office, we worked with them, figuring out how to make this come together. And of course, I went to UF Health and asked them, could we possibly steal one of their employees to make this happen, because she just is the perfect model of what we're looking for in the fire service, the kind of person we need. So when I was watching her interview the day after the two first responders were attacked, I just saw some things in her that really reached out to me and grabbed me. She just had an inner strength that was just amazing. She really understood the importance of teamwork. She showed unbelievable leadership in just making that quick second decision, not to wait on anybody to ask her, but to put Captain Norris on that golf cart to get him into that trauma center where he could be saved. You can see that she just has this real desire to help and serve others. And as the mayor said a while ago, we talked about it at the memorial the other day, it's very important, that you put, self over service. Service over self, excuse me. And she has a compassion. She has a compassion to help others, and that just really touched me. So the next morning, I got up and I called Dr. Charles Borland, who works in the mayor's office, and I said, we got to figure out a way to get this girl in the fire service. She's just what we're looking for. And so that's how this all started. Later that day, or the next day, I went and met with the folks at UF Health and asked for their permission to kind of come after one of their employees. And then we got to meet with Davay, and I just asked her, I thanked her, first of all thanked her, and then I asked her, I just said, you ever thought about being a firefighter? And it was an amazing experience. She broke down and cried and said, I've always wanted to do this, I've just never had the means. And so together with our partners at FSCJ, they have come up with a way to make it happen. So it's been a wonderful experience for everybody, but the real winner are going to be the citizens that get served by this great young lady. So Davay, thank you.
One more. Hang on. So as we heard, we see this theme of people who have compassion about saving the lives of others and putting their selfish thoughts aside. And so while the people that they are called to help are sometimes strangers to them, they know that they are people who are someone's child. They are a spouse, they are a friend, they're our neighbors. And they know that each of these strangers has a name and they have their own story and they have individual purpose for being on this earth. And driven by their inner strength, which Davay obviously has proven, and the value for human life, first responders push back their fears, put their personal responsibilities on hold, and do whatever it takes to help anyone who's in need at any point in time. So it's more than just a job for these individuals. It is their calling. It is their purpose for living, and we thank you for being able to do that. As our community's college, our purpose is to make quality education, workforce training, and the opportunity for a better future for our citizens and our residents, for anybody who wishes to pursue it and to make themselves better. And we take this responsibility very seriously, and we know that by investing in and supporting those who make our community a great place today, like Officer Kinsey, we know that we are doing our job. And we're doing our part to create a stability and a progress for our community. So once again, I want to thank all of our speakers who are here today. I want to give one more thank and a round of applause for Officer Kinsey for what she has done. And we thank you all for being part of this celebratory Monday morning. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
We will get pictures. Thank you.